actually have to merge from two lanes leading into one. Since somebody asked me this morning how is that done and who would have priority or would have, according to what some people say, right of way, but it's really priority. No one has right of way, but rather priority. You must always be willing to give up your right and give somebody else priority. So coming from the shock roundabout, we have two lanes here, and those two lanes are going to lead into one lane. So who would have priority here? Generally, if you drive on the left, you would have priority because in St. Lucia we drive on the left. But in this case, there's also a sign that will tell you who would have priority. And this sign here says that traffic from the right should be merging to the left, which is saying that the people on the left has priority because the vehicles on the right have to merge to the left. Now, you find yourself having to merge or move from one lane to the next. It means you do not have priority, because it means you're moving from your side to another lane in the road. So you don't have priority, and that's why you have to find yourself indicating at most times. So here at that place here, the vehicle on the left would have priority because the sign says so. And conventionally, the vehicle on the left would normally have priority. We're now heading up the road going to Almond Morgan Bay, where we're going to have 3 lanes again with 2 lanes going up. The sign says the left lane is for slower moving traffic. They normally call it the crawler lane since it's for slower moving traffic, and the right lane is for overtaking. We also have short broken lines in the road, which means that vehicles can overtake. The line was completely solid, it would mean that you cannot overtake, or you should not overtake. How do you determine who has priority here? Again, the sign. The sign here says that the vehicle on the left have to merge to the right. Obviously, that will be further up at the top of the hill. If those signs was not there, then the vehicles on the left would have priority because it's not sure we drive on the left. Here's another one saying vehicles on the left should merge to the right. So as we keep going from here now, I should be indicating now to see. As you can see, this driving school vehicle just indicated right as we reach the top because it's now moving from the left to the right. Also, the road markings also indicate that the traffic on the left hand side should be merging to the right. As you can see, this arrow here is tilted towards the right hand side. Now, this being said, although traffic on the right hand side will have priority over traffic on the left because of the signs and road markings, as we head to the end of the double lane at Morgan Bay, top of the world area, you'll notice they happen to have a single solid line right here. And this single solid line in the center of the road means no overtaking. So whereas from here, as we merge, traffic on the right hand side has priority over the left, but here it means no overtaking. So my car being on the left, the driver on the right now has to slow down and ensure that he remains behind me, because for him to overtake me around there, it will mean that he's breaking the law, where he's overtaking where he ought not to. So if we have a collision right here, he will be at fault because the responsibility to avoid risk of a collision while overtaking lies mainly, not solely, but mainly the driver doing the overtaking. The driver doing the overtaking must ensure that it is safe for him or her to overtake. So the solid line here is no overtaking. Nobody should be overtaking me from here. As that double lane ends, no driver should be overtaking me from here. This being said, we also have zip merging. So if the traffic is going very slow, like in a traffic jam for instance, as we reach the end of this double lane going to Grocery, whichever vehicle knows is in front first should be allowed priority. So if the vehicle on the left hand side knows is first, very heavy traffic, they should be allowed to go first, then the traffic on the right, and we'll be now moving one from the left, one from the right, one from the left, one from the right, one from the left, one from the right. Or if the traffic on the right hand side knows it's first, then it'll be one from the right, one from the left, one from the right, one from the right, just like how a zip works. So that's called zip merging at this point.
Merging is required when two lanes are reduced to one. In light traffic, a simple lane change to blend in with the flow keeps traffic moving at normal speeds. When there are low traffic volumes combined with high average speeds, an early merge makes sense and drivers should do so. As traffic volumes increase, most drivers continue to believe that the earlier they get out of a blocked lane, the better. This is not the case in moderate to heavy traffic, as it begins to create a backlog and possibly bad feelings, as early mergers believe other drivers are bypassing the line and cutting in right before the lane ends. This is not the most effective or safest way to merge in heavier traffic volumes. The zipper merge is the best way to merge in heavier traffic volumes. The zipper merge is when drivers use both lanes fully until they reach the end of the lane, then alternate into the open lane. This maximizes road space and can reduce congestion by as much as 40%. Best of all, everyone gets to where they're going faster.